A lot has happened and stories have changed in the case of Maleah Davis's disappearance. Tonight we are taking a closer look at the timeline of events from the day that Maleah's mother left the state for a family member's funeral to the arrest of her ex-fiancé. Channel 2's Sally Mamdouh live at the family's apartment where much of that investigation is now focused. Sally?
If you've been following this case, you'll know that developments have been coming out of this case nearly every single day. So we wanted to go back to where the search to find Maleah all began.
It all started on April 30th, Tuesday morning. Court documents show that's when Maleah Davis's mother, Brittany Bowens, flew out of state for a family funeral, leaving her children in the care of then fiancé Derion Vence. And it's at that point that surveillance images begin to piece together the puzzle of who police say is responsible for Maleah's disappearance. A neighbor's surveillance pictures show that on the same Tuesday at 7:54 a.m., Vence and Maleah walking at the Southwest Houston apartment where they lived. An HPD source says this is the last known image of Maleah. Then a little after 8 a.m., another neighbor's camera captures Vence walk into his car, and this time he's alone. Fast forward to Friday, May 3rd at 1:40 p.m. A surveillance camera captures Vence leaving his apartment while carrying a blue basket with a large trash bag inside. Then another image shows him walking out with what court documents say was bleach. Then later that same Friday evening at 6:40 p.m., Vence and his son are seen on surveillance cameras leaving without Maleah, despite Vence telling police he left with both Maleah and his 2-year-old son. Saturday, May 4th, 11:21 p.m., Vence walked into Methodist Sugarland Hospital and reported Maleah missing. It's also the same day Vence told police that he was abducted and let go with his son, but the men kept Maleah and his silver Nissan was stolen. Claims that didn't add up to what police would later discover. Investigators found on Sunday, May 5th, after searching Vence's apartment, blood evidence linked to Maleah. Then 4 days later, on May 9th, investigators recovered the stolen Nissan in Missouri City, and inside of the trunk is the blue basket seen carried by Vence on surveillance video. Cadaver dogs also detected a decomposition scent in the car. Police then called Vence a person of interest, but then a couple of days later, on Saturday, May 11th, Vence is arrested and charged with tampering with evidence, namely a human corpse. KPRC legal analyst Brian Wise says if investigators don't ever find Maleah, Vence could still be charged with capital murder.
There is Texas law that says the state can meet its burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, even without a body.
Now, it's important to note that Vence has not been charged with capital murder. Wise here is speaking hypothetically. Capital murder comes with 2 sentences, a death sentence and a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Now, in the meantime, if Vence is charged with capital murder and decides to make a plea, enter a plea, then he will face just life with the possibility of parole after serving 40 years. We're live in Southwest Houston. Sally Mamdouh, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Sally. We do have a timeline of the case on our website. It's on our homepage of click2houston.com.